Hello and welcome to Lisa T Creations. I am Lisa T. If you're new here, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the All Texas Shop Hop, and I am going to take you along with me on one of many trips we have made across North Texas, exploring the different shops that are participating in this shop hop. So if you're interested in knowing more, keep watching. Okay, so before I take you along on my adventure, exploring some of these stores in North Texas, I would like to explain to you exactly what the shop hop is. This one that we're participating in is the All Texas Shop Hop. This book is your passport, and inside the book it is your entry, and there are 131 stores spread out all across Texas, and it's divided into different regions. And let me get to that page. So as you, it's divided into different regions, and for each store that you visit, you receive a sticker, and you receive a 5x5 quilt square that is designed specifically for that store, and you get the sticker and the squares at no charge. Now, a lot of these stores do run specials while they're participating in the shop hop, and some of them actually alter their hours to make it more convenient for shoppers to come by. So the purpose of the passport and getting the stickers is there are prize drawings that you can enter in. If you shop 5 stores, you're entered into just a general prize, but if you get all 131 stickers, then you are eligible for the grand prize drawing. If you finish a region, you're eligible for that region's grand prize drawing. So the prizes for this shop hop are well worth the time and effort that it takes for you to visit all these stores. And it helps you explore. I mean, for us, we've lived in Texas all of our life, just about, and it just helps us explore new places, and it also helps me as a creator find the fabrics that I use to make things with. So that is the other reason why it's worth the time and the effort to go explore. So now that I've kind of explained what the shop hop is and the point of doing the shop hop, I will roll the video of my adventure around North Texas. Today I'm going on an adventure, a solo adventure. I never go on solo adventures anymore, but today I really needed a break from my house. And today, me and my bestie are participating in the All Texas Shop Hop. Now, she went on a trip with her mom and has hit most of these stores already. So I'm going to play catch up to her and hit some of these stores today. So today is my solo All Texas Shop Hop adventure, and I'm going to bring you along with me. Okay, so my first stop today it's called Minding My P's and Q's. It's up here in Denton. And in a minute, I will turn this camera around and show you a picture of what the outside looks like. And then when I get done, I will do a quick review of the store. This is what the outside of the store looks like. As you can see, it's kind of in a very dead strip mall. So this is the outside of the store. Okay, so quick, this is what it looks like. All Texas Shop Hop. This is the little book that you get. So that store was minding your P's and Q's, and it's in Denton. It is right off Interstate 35, just as you come into town. It's not, it's not in the heart of Denton. It is a mid-sized store. It is very, they have a lot of really pretty fabrics. I did find something I can't live without. Look at those beautiful butterflies. I think I'm gonna make a tote bag out of that. That's the downside to all the shop hopping, is that you tend to spend more money. But they do give you part of the shop hop. They do give you these little fat quarters, or maybe that's a charm. I forget what they call them. Charms, squares, whatever. They give you one of those for each one. So the next one that we're going to is called Boxcar Quilts, and it is one of my absolute all-time favorite stores to go to. I will probably spend some money there because I'm looking for some vintage style fabrics to finish my grandmother's last known quilt. And Boxcar Quilts is in Aubrey, Texas, so I'll catch up with you then. Okay, and so we're coming, as you can see, you would think we are out in the middle of Nowheresville. So this is the entrance road to Boxcar Quilts, because it is just this little warehouse looking thing out in the middle of the country in Argyle, Texas. But inside this nondescript building is some of the beautifulest fabrics on the planet, and it is my favorite store ever. Oh my goodness, as usual, I found exactly what I was looking for in this store. It's absolute, well, anyway, let me take it out of the bag. Vintage fabric, vintage style fabric, for the last quilt top my grandmother ever made. I'm gonna use that for the backing. This store, I can't praise it enough. It has just the most beautiful fabrics ever. So, let me see. Where are we going next? We are going to Pink's Sand Beach Designs in Frisco, 207 King Road, Suite 502. So that's where we're going next. Catch up with you then. All right, folks, this is our next stop. I've never been here before. Pink Sand Beach Design quilt fabrics. Okay, so this one was actually a really cool place. I feel kind of awkward, so I don't film when I go into these places because it just would be weird, and I'm using my phone for this video. But if you've ever been to Quilting Cat's warehouse sale, this place is a lot about the same size as Quilting Cat's. There's a lot of variety, a lot of pretty fabrics. I did buy some things, but I think I'm gonna keep that one a secret because it's for a Christmas gift. I might do, I don't think she really watches my videos, so I might, at the end, I'm gonna do a haul video, and then, anyway, this one's a cool place. Next place we're going is called Social, SEWCIAL, Social Creatives. It's in the Colony, so we're going there next. All right, lovelies, here is Social Creatives Quilt Shop. This is our next stop. Oh, okay, y'all. So this one is, Social Creatives is a little bit on the smaller side. Now they have more notions and more faux leather and vinyl and accessories to do that. So I think it would appeal more to the younger sewists that do more than quilting. Their fabric selection is not as big as the other stores, but they were really friendly people, and they are still a very nice store, and I enjoyed visiting. So now let me see, we are gonna go to the one in Louisville. Let me see if I can find my page here. Let's see, one more page. Louisville. Oh, it's very hard to do one-handed. All right, number 7, Quilt Country in Louisville, behind the Starbucks, 701 South Stemmons Freeway. This could be fun. I have stayed off the freeway. Traffic's been pretty heavy over here, but nothing I can't handle. Anyway, I will catch up with you on the next one. Okay, this one is our next stop, Quilt Country. It is in a strip mall. I don't want to get these people's, trying not to get, that's what the strip mall looks like. Anyway, try not to give these people's license plates, but anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, so Quilt Country was extremely busy when I was in there. They had some customer service issues with transactions being rung up incorrectly, so I had to wait extra time to check out. And the thing that I felt slightly intimidated by this particular store is, instead of, a lot of other stores will group their fabrics by brand name, this store had everything color coordinated, and so all the greens were together, all the blues, all the reds, and so forth. I wasn't really in some ways, I guess it makes it easier, but sometimes fabric designers coordinate their fabrics, so if you separate them, you kind of miss some of the coordination. And with quilts, you definitely want them color coordinated, so if they're arranged in the store by color rather than designer, you might miss some of that release, is what I'm talking about. So I'm not sure that I would come back to Quilt Country, especially because it's a long drive for me, but overall they did their best to correct their customer service issues while I was standing there, but they were just super busy, and it's a smaller store, so to say that they needed more staff, I don't know about that. They just probably needed to train their staff on transactional debits just a little bit better. Anyway, overall, still a mostly positive experience. So now we're on to the last. This is probably going to be the last store of the day, because I have to go eat something for lunch, and So the last store that I have is in Carrollton. It's called the Old Craft Store. So this one, I hope is going to be really interesting. Anyway, see you in the next one. Okay, this next one is in a really fun spot. It is on the Main Street Square in Carrollton. It just looks like a really fun place. So let me cross the street while there's nobody coming. This is the place. I'm so excited. Okay, so this store was really cute. It was a really cute store. They're on the smaller side. They didn't, but again, I guess maybe I just never noticed that this store did have some of the fabric grouped together by designer, but they also had it also color coordinated. It is on the square in downtown Carrollton. It's a really cute area. I had to take a break and go eat some lunch. I went to Babe's. So I think I have time to do one more store. And this one is called Suddenly Sewing. So I'm gonna go do that one on my way home. And so I will catch up with you then. Alrighty, so we have another strip mall here. Quilting stores love to camp out in strip malls. So if I remember correctly though, this was the one we weren't all that impressed with. Okay, so that's a wrap, folks. That was the last store. Still wasn't impressed with Suddenly Sewing, but it was on our list, so I stopped in for a visit because it was the only store open till 5:30 today, and it was on the way home. So that's a wrap. Next up is the whole shopping haul, so I can show you everything that I bought while I was out hopping today. So I went, so by now you've seen my little adventure tape. So the region that I explored was the central northeast region, and I went to 6 different stores. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 different stores in that region, and then 1 in a different region. So the first store that I went to was Minding My P's and Q's. This is what their 5x5 block looks like. And at Minding My P's and Q's, I bought this really pretty, very beautiful. What attracted me to this was the butterflies. I think this will probably end up being a tote bag or a purse versus a quilt, because it is so pretty. It's just, it should be used and showed off. So that's what I bought at Minding My P's and Q's. That one was in Denton, Texas. The next one, it is one of my all-time favorite quilt stores. It is worth the drive way out there. It's in Aubrey, Texas. It's called Boxcar Quilts. That is their quilt block. Now in Aubrey, because I have misplaced my favorite insulated cup, I bought this insulated cup. I mean, it's pretty shop hopping. It's celebrating the shop hop. I really like it. Um, I also bought this. This is a Tim Holtz fabric. He does a lot of steampunk, but this right here is, it's just beautiful. So what this is going to be is the backing to the last known quilt top that my grandmother made, and oh, it's so pretty. It's just so perfect because she sewed it out of, it's just squares, and she sewed it out of vintage fabric. So it's really exciting. And then there's these little the little charm packs. These are I think these are 2.5 by 2.5 squares. I like to put these together to make panels for my tote bags. So that's what these are going to be. And that's boxcar quilts. That, like I said, that is one of my favorite all-time stores ever. So the next store that I went to is called Pink Sand Beach Designs. That quilt store is in Frisco, Texas. She actually designs quilts, the owner of that shop. You can look for her online as well. Again, I love these little charm packs. They are just too cute. I have so much fun with those. This is her. I think I got it upside down. This is hers. I also bought this. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure the camera will do it justice. This is a peacock fabric. I have in my stash over here a peacock quilt that I have yet to put together. That is what that is for. And I also bought some of this beautiful owl fabric. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And I think I'm gonna make my daughter something with this for Christmas. I'm not really sure. Right now, unfortunately, my shop is pretty empty, and I have been very remiss about filling it back up again. But anyway, that's what I got from Pink Sand Beach. Again, very awesome. So the next shop that I went to is called Social Creatives. It's in the Colony. Now it's geared more toward sewists that create handbags versus quilters, because they had fabric there, but they had more notions and accessories for making the handbags, and a lot of faux leather choices and the vinyl and the cork, more so. I mean, they still have fabric, but it was geared more toward that. This is their little square, and at their store, I bought a tailor's awl because I finally bought the right pair of pliers for my snaps, and let's see if I can. I'm gonna drop it. This thread I bought, and it's pretty much, it's cotton, but it's got a silk finish, so it's really good for top stitching things. So I bought that so I can have a good finish on some of my projects. And then the next store that I went to was called Quilt Country. It's in Louisville. That one was made me nervous getting to because I had to deal with some pretty heavy traffic. At that store, I just bought 2 rolls of this, and it's candy corn colors, and I got that to make candy corn pot holders for Halloween. Those will end up in my shop, I'm sure. Um, so um, there, this is their square. Um, and there, I talked more about that in the adventure part, and then so the next to the last shop that I went to was was called the Old Craft Store. Now this was on the square in Carrollton, and this was a very fun place to visit. You got to go down to that square in Carrollton if you ever get a chance. And in that store, I bought this little panel. I'm sure that this will be a tote bag at some point in the future. Um, that was, I really enjoyed that. I walked down the street and ate Babes for lunch. That was awesome as well. And this was their little block. And so the last store that I went was Suddenly Sewing. Now, I did not buy anything at Suddenly Sewing. This is their little square. I can't remember where they're at. They are in Keller, I believe. Let me turn to that page. Well, they're at 5850 Kroger Drive in Fort Worth, which is, it's basically Keller. So that store is not one of my favorite stores, but I went so I could get the little sticker and the quilt block. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video about my All Texas Shop Hop adventures and my haul from the Shop Hop. I'm really excited to be able to participate in this year's All Texas Shop Hop. And again, I thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best and hope to see you in the next video.